Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. For those of you who just joined the series, or those of you who don't remember what happened last episode, we resolved the Good Springs issue with the Powder Gangers and Good Springs. We sided with Good Springs. We finished up pretty much majority of the mini experience that we can do here, and we just lastly explored around Victor's shack and finished all of that. So now, the game wants us to go to Prim as a heads up. Trudy will tell you the best. I'm going to show the map here. So they want you to go to here. They want you to go to New Vegas. However, the road going through this way is dangerous, and going up this way is dangerous. This here has death claws. This here is Quarry Junction. If you go this way, you're pretty much as good as dead. Unless you have the stealth boy that I mentioned in the earlier part. And this way is Cazador's. A very interesting thing about going this way is it starts an unmarked crest at the start of the game because of the fact that Victor will try to come to your aid if you try going this way. And Victor will just run forward ahead of you. I'm going to show a visual example of this. So I'm going to quickly save. And I'm going to start walking towards this path over here. So when I get there, I'll cut back to it. That way you guys don't have to see it. It's going to ask me to respec my character soon. But because this is the path they don't want you to take with Cazadors, Victor will run to save you, quote unquote. He's not going to be able to fight Cazadors very well. But, as it says, keep out, because this is the way they don't want you to go. So you start going this way. Nothing happens yet, but the moment you get out of view of it, finish carry onwards, because I'm just showing this for the purpose of Victor trying to come to your rescue. Just for those who don't know. So yeah, it's very insistent on keeping you out, because Cazadors are not fun until you get better weapons. Oh. Just to show an example, none of them are out yet, which is surprising. See, Victor immediately spawns in right here to come to your aid.
You need to be careful. It's dangerous out here. Heck, I can smell trouble a mile away. I like you, friend. Have I mentioned that? I saved your life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all. Well, sure you can, friend. But everyone needs a hand from time to time. Maybe you'll return the favor one day. I wouldn't put it exactly like that, friend. Till our trails cross again.
Okay. That's very strange. Normally on the first there's normally Cazadors immediately down here. It might be a bit further ahead. I'm just going to show it. Ah, there he is. There's a Cazador. Hello. And I'm not going to bother fighting these things because I know these things will instantly kill me and I get scared of them. Okay. So I'm back. So we can't go that way. And I already mentioned the Quarry Junction path, which is that way, which is the direction I'm facing. I am going to go that way because there's a good loot over there. However, just for a heads up, we're going to be going along this road here. But first, moving onwards, when we get out of the loading zone, we are going to respect our character. And this is when all of our experience and all that actually matters. And I'm going to retake all the traits I'm supposed to. Normally around here there's some coyote pups. Normal coyotes. Let's see if I can get him from here. Unfortunately, the game is stupid at times and doesn't go directly where you aim. Oh well, he'll live right now. So, name's fine, rebuild character. Oh, that's the same. Oh no. That's all good. Okay, so we want endurance to 9. Charisma is a dump stat. We'll put intelligence to 9. For this, we don't really need too many perception. The only thing that's really useful, actually, we do want to have a little bit in perception. Agility I'm going to get rid of and put some into luck. Some in perception, specifically 1 point so I can get better criticals and sniper later on. And then 1 into strength. Actually, I'm going to put the other into agility. There's not that many weapons I'm going to need high strength checks for. So done. I can now get rid of all these. So the purpose of this, speech, always great skill to tag. Let's see here. Repair, melee weapons, medicine. Lockpick, I'm going to be showing something very interesting you can get very early on in the game with lockpick. And personally, one of the ways I normally play Fallout New Vegas until I get a sniper. Barter can be useful. Guns, I'm most likely going to go with. I'm just going to check everything else. Yeah, I'm going to go with guns. Okay, 4 eyes and... I'm going to do 4 eyes and good nature. And finish. We give us all the experience back. I just want to show real quick. Yes. So it does work. So earlier on, there are a few perks in the game. Actually, I'll say this after I do the level up. So for this purpose, I want lockpick to 45, guns to here. I never recommend, by the way, after you respec, never to take Swift Learner. There's enough experience in this whole entire game to get to 50 very easily. Retention can be useful, though I don't really think it's that useful because a lot of time you use the skill magazines immediately when you need the benefit. Intense training can be very useful, and sometimes I put a point in it. Lady Kill and Confirmed Bachelor, again, these are if you want to do specific max damage or you want your character to have a certain play style. For this purpose, I'm going to go Intense Training first. I normally go Lady Killer, but I can show that off some very interesting stuff for Lady Killer later on. So I'm going to put a point into Agility, just because I don't want Agility that low. Okay. Putting it there. Actually, I'm gonna put this to here and guns to here. Okay, so this is what I look like right now. You notice I'm leveling up lockpick really highly. That's for something later on. That's actually very close. Education is good. However, again with level 50, and because I'm going to get Rush for Intelligence Max when I do get to New Vegas, education is not useful to me. Because of the fact I'm going to get level 50 in this one. I'm going to try to show as much DLC as possible, etc. Comprehension. This is very useful because that means you only need to have a skill per skills of 80, and you could just pop a book, pop a magazine, and just be like, oh, okay, now I'm at 100. So this is very beneficial, and plus there's good skill books around. I may take this, though. Honestly speaking, I'm most definitely gonna go with Intense Training. Notice, by the way, that Cannibal never came up on these. One thing I need to note is the reason I took Cannibal at level 3, when I was in the tutorial area, is Cannibal is one of the few well, there actually is a lot of perks in the game that don't disappear when you reset. However, a lot of them are locked behind level 6, level 8, etc. Cannibal is one of the few exceptions which is locked behind level 4. That's why you normally, you can always get an extra perk. You can always get Cannibal pretty much for free in this game. So to anyone watching and is trying to do a playthrough where they want to have a Cannibal character, but at the same time they don't want to waste a point because perk points are kind of expensive, because it's every 2 levels, you can do that. I'm gonna do that and go again into Agility. Okay, so I'm heading over to the memorial here because there's a very good item loot box. Okay. See, Cannibal's still here. Hide. I can take the hide. I don't really sell, even though they have very good rate to value ratio of this coyote meat, but when they have good rate to value ratio, sometimes I don't take it because I know for a fact I don't really need that much money. This game is very generous on money. So anyway, you do need to be careful because sometimes large rad scorpions do spawn over here. So just a heads up. And first off, when you see one of these symbols, that means you can open up this rock and there's stuff in it. This is a fork. I don't think I need a fork. I got a shovel, right? Yes, I did. So if you have a shovel, you can go to this barium out here and you find a lot of useful items. Specifically, one of your first plasma rifles you can get here. It's not a guaranteed spawn, it's different sometimes. But in this instance, I got the plasma rifle. There's also this here, which is empty. But there is also, I believe, if it's right over this ridge here. Where is it specifically? It's a little duffel bag that's around here. And normally in that has like a silencer, a silenced weapon or something along those lines. It's random though. Where is it? It should be over here somewhere. Also, I'm surprised there's like no enemies. Normally there's at least some rad scorpions over here. Wait, was that it? One right there? I thought I saw like the tail over there. Ah, there's the duffel bag. Yeah, the duffel bag's right here. And it contains magnum rounds. In this case, a vomit rifle and a stim pack. It does contain a fusion battery. I'm not sure if that's a guaranteed spawn of a fusion battery. That is useful for later on, and I'll show that later. I have some weapons to repair. I do need to find some glasses as a heads up because of the perk I took for eyes, so that way I can get some benefit from it. Anyway, as you can see, New Vegas is right there, but all around this area, death claws, specifically down there. Okay, I will head down there in a little bit, later on in the game, but for right now I'm not because of the fact I don't want to die. Hey everyone, just a heads up, I forgot to mention this in the video. I forgot about this just at the time. I was kind of tired. Didn't get that much sleep because of my work. Regardless, I forgot to show off an area between the road here and Gene skydiving, where it's a cave. For the purpose of this part here, I'm going to do it. So if you give me one moment, I'm going to edit because this is supposed to be in episode 6 where I'm this is the moment where I'm like going to Doc Mitchell's to get rid of my addiction to mentats, and then from there we'll take it. This is going to go into I'm going to be a later level, and for this purpose I'm not going to use a gun I have on me right now. That's really nice because of the fact that you guys haven't seen it yet. So for right now, I'll stick with the single shotgun because I knew I had that. Anyway, continuing onwards. The place I forgot to mention is actually it's very important because it's the first instance of Bright. But continuing, so from the Prospector Saloon, if you follow along this road, you'll notice on the left here there is a little tick on the bottom left. I mentioned this later on, but just to show, there's a few instances of it, but I'm gonna show the cave and the one over here. But this is irrelevant because there's nothing in this location. Anyway, come here, dogs. Or coyotes, I mean. Okay. So this is the Good Springs Cave. And here it's just all coyotes. Just going around killing these guys. But I will advise be very careful around the pools of blood, because these bones can flip out the physics engine sometimes, and I have died on some occasions from the physics. It was kind of funny. Anyway, continuing onward. Oh. Going the pups. Okay. Anyway, this is the end. This is a very small dungeon, which is, and at the end of the dungeon, you'll notice there is a wastelander here. This spawn is always random, and normally he does have a laser pistol though. A wastelander here, and she normally always has a lad's life on her. A duffel bag that spawns random items, and then where is the other thing? Should be a bright follower on the wall here. Bright follower. Ah, there, bright follower. This is the first instance of bright followers. Remember the name bright for later, but they have a lot of energy weapons as a heads up. Okay, I will head back outside the cave and show the other area. So this will be cut out now. Back outside I am, and I'm just going to quickly loop around to show this little area. This right here is literally, there is no value to this place. As far as I'm aware, there is actually no point in this place. I think that the Devil Gullet, it's supposed to be a reference to a movie, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else here. Okay. Other than that, that's the only thing I need to show for this part. So I'll go back to the original record, because this is straight down the road. Music can automatically play. Ooh, whoa! That's a first. I never had that happen to me before, where I spawn immediately on geckos. Oh, that. Nope. That is very strange. That's the first time I have ever had that happen to me. I'll take it.
Hello? Can you help me?
Sure, my good sir. What's wrong?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Is there money for me? Oh, unfortunately, you can't ask him for any money. Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure you're just some nice random guy who's just off, just is really caring for the girl. Like, look how much of a rush he's in right now. Look, he's just standing there, not even caring. We'll go help his girl. But, I don't know, like, he seems a little too calm for what's going on. But he says, pass this broken radio tower, make a right, and go up. Sure. Hello, Gecko. I'm going for, I want all right. There we go. Nay. I was mentioning in an earlier part how I forgot about the Nay challenge. Though again, it doesn't matter too much because you don't get that much experience to get to level 5 or 6, so it's irrelevant. I just mainly get to level 4 so I can get Cannibal just because I want that free perk. Okay. Oh, pierced. Hello, Gecko. Okay, that's the last of them. Okay. What's the gecko? Gecko. Okay. So that's the last of the geckos. Let's see if his girlfriend's alright. Hopefully that's not her body right there. Well, that'd be a really damn shame. Huh, there's a bear trap here. But it's already active, so maybe a gecko stepped in it. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, another bear trap. I'll disarm that. Don't want his girlfriend to get stuck in that now. So let's see here. If you have the Wild Wasteland perk, the first instance of Wild Wasteland appears here, where you look out and you see, if I remember correctly, like a UFO or something along those lines. I don't read them off the top of my head. I'll show it in another playthrough. Specifically my kill everything one. Disarm this one. Don't want to get stuck in that. Let's check this fridge here. Maybe there's something good in this fridge. Beer. Huh. I don't see your girlfriend. What the hell's going on? Getting shot at? I have no idea what's actually going on. I think this is the first. So what's supposed to happen is he comes up the hill and states, well, thanks for clearing out those geckos, now I can get to that supply stash. And then he betrays you instantly and tries to kill you. But he hasn't on this occasion. This is strange. Fallout, you okay? Maybe you have to go down the steps. But yeah, as you can see, it's like a trap, quote unquote. He attempts to like screw you over. Oh, there he is. He just comes up. You have to just go down the ridge. Hello.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. It's not like... I'm just gonna shoot your arm real quick.
Help!
Where you going, buddy? Come on. And
This is hopeless!
we'll put it to the leg to finish him off. Ah, there he goes. Good guy, my good sir. And I'll take that pistol, the bottle caps, and there we go, and the baseball bat. And don't you lie to me, okay? Here we go. And I'll take the meat. Why the hell not? I feel like it. We'll repair this baseball bat with this one. And continuing onwards. This is supposed to be like the first instance of, hey, you can't really trust anyone out here in the wasteland. It's a cool little thing to be like, hey, like, watch your back. Anyway, going back, we're gonna head back to the campfire real quick, because they said to follow the road. So we'll just drop down here. Might as well pick up the Xander route. They'd weigh nothing. Notice on the bottom left of this. Oh, first there's another enemy. It's probably a blowfly or a gecko. It is a gecko. Hello, gecko. Okay. So notice on the bottom left there's like a little triangle thing, and if there's a little triangle thing that's not filled out, that means I have not discovered that area yet. It's a fast travel location. So before I go to this one, because this is Powder Gangers, I'm gonna go over here and get this one, which I believe is Gene Skydiving, if I remember correctly. Which is that building right there. Apparently there's some people near here. Pretty sure they're Powder Gangers. I'm going to use the 10mm here that I just got. Because this gun makes noise, once I shoot, they'll know where I am. But they already saw me. That hit him. And got you. One thing to be careful about around here they have traps around here, like explosive little traps, so you have to be very careful. And it's based on your explosive skill how fast they blow up. Since I have Cannibal, I like showing off the most I can. I decided for this playthrough, this guy is specifically going to be a human cannibal eater. Like, he loves flesh, okay? That's just him, he loves it. So he's always gonna devour something as far as he's aware. But he's a good cannibal. A bowfly. I'm just gonna kill you. There's always normally a little explosive crate in the powder gang camps. Okay. There we go. Anyway, going back to Gene skydiving. This is so in Gene's gonna have a quick look. So there's apparently a locker here that's average. So if you have 50 lockpick or greater, you can unlock this. There is also a star bottle cap right here. And the key to said locker is right here, but I'm not going to take that because experience is experience. Also, I'm going to quickly... Okay. Okay, got it. A silenced 2.2 pistol. That's almost always a guaranteed spawn for it. With gun outfit, boxing tape, cleaver. I don't need any of that. I could take the Merc and like repair it all, but I'm fine. Other than that, there's nothing else in here. The only time this place is useful is if you side with the powder gangers and you have to go come back here because a quest relates to this place. But other than that, since I didn't side with the powder gangers in this playthrough, you're not gonna see that. Oh, cherry bombs over 0-10. I'll take that. Oop. Already dead. Right here, a powder charge right here, right in front of me, that little pink thing. So I'm gonna step back real quick and shoot it. There we go. I'm gonna devour him because my guy loves to eat people. Okay. By the way, every single the animation will be shown right now, but any sort of just know that majority of the time I'm going to not show the eating. Just because the animation takes very long. And plus, I never actually did a cannibal one. Oh, powder charge. You can go up to it and disarm it, but you have to be very quick or else it'll blow up on your feet. That scared me. Okay, let's see what we can repair. Other than that, that's it. Okay, there's just explosions all over the place. So I'm gonna continue along this road right here. You'll notice, by the way, that if you continue along, we see a giant roller coaster. This is actually based off a true location in Nevada. which is actually really cool. I have not been there, but I have a friend who went here. It was that roller coaster actually exists in the town. So this is your first instance of this showing them, hey, radiation's here. Hey, it exists. Be careful. Okay, this is supposed to be the first instance for those people who played Fallout 3, where a radroach and a gecko will spawn, and it's to show, hey, geckos are stronger than radroaches. As you'll see right here, that gecko will destroy that radroach. And I'm going to kill you, my good sir. Just for the experience. Though it's not coming up on my map, over here to the right, there is a location where you can, that's not actually, it's a fast travel location, but it's not, you can't see it from the road unless you have very high perception. So I'm just gonna go over there real quick. Okay. There we go. Last one there. Peppers. And it's along here somewhere. If I remember correctly. I think I'm a bit too far to the left here. If I remember correctly, it's more to the right. Yes, there it is. It just appeared. So this is like a little hideaway. This is another guaranteed spawn for Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle cap. And this was actually one of the last locations I actually found in my playthrough of New Vegas. Like, I had to take the Explorer perk went towards the end of the game because I didn't know this place actually existed because I always missed it. And there's more fighting music, so that means there's something here to fight. Well, I guess not, because they gave up. Yep. Anyway, continuing onwards. The Lone Wolf Radio. Ooh, there's a guaranteed fusion battery here. Just shut this off. Sensor modules, that will be actually very useful. Bottle cap, and that's the star bottle cap right there. Empty footlocker, a bed, and this is the first instance of a skill book. We had the magazines that I showed, but skill books permanently level up a skill. So this is the Wasteland Survivor Guide. This is a reference to Fallout 3 if you did the Moira's quest, which I will show when I do a playthrough of Fallout 3. But the Wasteland Survivor Guide, this is canon by the... Anyway, this is the canon of it, so we'll take that. And continue onwards. I actually am going to use that right now, just to show, because I'm not getting the perk that to add a certain amount of points from a skill book. So Wasteland Survival Guide, I get +3 in survival. If I took the perk, it would be +6. Anyway, we're now back on the road. Prim is just ahead. There is more to the left side over there, but a quest will bring us over there, so for the most part, I'm not going to show it off yet, so we're going to continue along. So anyway, we're going to get to Prim right now. Again, we're trying to find the person who shot us in the head, just for those who have gotten off, don't recall. Some guy just shot us in the head, and we just want revenge. That's the whole entire point of New Vegas. There's no generic plot where, like, oh, I have to, like, do some stuff for my father.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
Oh, Prim's off limits? Why? What's going on in Prim?
Convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding.
Sounds
What's more,
nice.
there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
You guys look like you guys are, like, soldiers. Shouldn't you guys be
We'd
protecting the
love to. They
town?
don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them.
I mean, why can't you protect them? It doesn't matter if you're part of the NCR or not. Like, if you're part of some, if they're not sworn to carry it, it's the right thing to do.
We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Okay. So west side. So in this case, it would be the right. So over here. We'll talk to this Lieutenant Hayes.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
Did I not have subtitles? There we go.
You lost?
Anyway, let's go see this Lieutenant Hayes. Which I believe is this guy right here? This Hayes? Oh, that's McGee. Hayes is in the tent. Hello, Hayes.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out
We're
here?
sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility.
How's that
As you
going?
can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Aw, that's a damn shame. I'm sorry to hear that, man. What's the problem with your
The
mission?
mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies.
What means
Convicts
it's a
are better
problem?
armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit.
Have you ever tried
Things are
freezing
just getting
time?
slow.
You know, it's a very useful skill. But anyway, tell me about this correctional facility.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And have been ransacking the area since then.
Do you have any
Not
information
much.
about them?
They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
Okay, I had some other questions. Apparently I had no other questions. I really wish there was an option. There are of course mods I could put in and all that stuff, but I'm showing the base game. I wish there was a way that you could have asked, like, hey, what's the reason for the NSOR, like, being here, like, why is Prim so important, etc, etc. Like, just anything along the lines of that. Also, as a heads up, anything in here, you can sleep in the beds, right? Yeah, you can sleep in the beds, but you cannot take anything or it's considered stealing. Anyway, there are frag mines around this bridge, and you can take them for free experience. It's the same thing like the powder charges. And continuing onwards, we have now entered Prim. I'm going to call it here for this episode. Join us tomorrow as we explore around Prim and try to find out what's going on here.